Well, thank you everyone for coming and welcome. My name is Sandra Wiley and I'm a health educator, lactation consultant, and I work for Dignity Health, and I'll be your tour guide tonight. In the event that you go into labor during the day from 5 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, or Saturdays from 8 to 6:30, you'll be going in through the front lobby the lobby entrance, and that's on SoCal. The after hours, you'll be asked to go in through the emergency department entrance. Both sections have a kind of a triage area where you will be health screened. You'll be asked some questions for a health screening. You'll need to show your COVID, either proof of COVID vaccination or a proof of a negative COVID test within the last 72 hours. Either one will do. They will take electronic verification of either at the entrance. They will take everyone's temperature and offer moms a COVID test. It's a rapid test, and they usually get the results within about an hour. And everybody gets health screened. You are allowed one support person the entirety of the time, and they don't like that people go in and out. So if possible, there's extenuating circumstances in all situations, but if possible, they like the support person to stay in with you, so that you are not just supported the whole time, but they don't have to get screened every time they come in. Every time your partner comes into to the hospital, they will have to be triaged, and they'll have to show all of that identification and proof and all that stuff. So if you can have them stay with you, that's the best policy for that. The emergency department entrance is in the back of the hospital too. So they don't actually walk you through the emergency room. They'll be walking you through a side door and down the hallway. So let them know when you are coming, and I'll give you those phone numbers in just a minute, so that they can expect you and tell you which way to come in, whether it be the front lobby or the back ED, emergency department. If you go into the hospital between 9 and 5 Monday through Friday, parking is kind of a bear. So there's nothing worse than being in labor and trying to find parking. The best practice to do is to show up and at the front entrance, and there will be a valet service that will park the car for you. And they hold on to the keys. They'll do the triage, and they'll get you in with a wheelchair to the front desk and registration office. So that's Monday through Friday. Remember, there's no tipping and there's no service fee for this. If your partner has to leave for whatever reason or needs something from the car and the valet service has closed up for the day, security will have the keys and tell you where your car is. This is a map of the hospital, and you are welcome to park anywhere there's a V. So all of this is visitor parking. There's no time limit. There's no payment for it. There's no fees. You don't have to move your car for any reason, except for if it's more convenient for your car to be in this section rather than the back section. Most of the time people are discharged from the main hospital entrance, but if you'd rather be discharged from the back, I'm sure that could be arranged as well. Or you can simply bring your car around to the front to pick mom up with new baby. And like I said, there's no time limit and there's no pressure, so don't sweat that. You can park anywhere there's a V. That's what the front of the hospital looks like. And valet parking is right underneath this overpass thing. So you can't really miss them. They have vests, orange vests on, and there's like orange cones, and they have a podium and wheelchairs stacked up. So you really can't miss them, and you can just drive up, hand them the keys. They'll do the triage and get you on your way. Okay, so these numbers are really helpful. The first one is the number for pre-registration, but the beauty of the internet has provided us with this link, and you can use that to pre-register. They're saying that women who are pregnant do not have to sign anything or come into the hospital until you are ready to be until you're ready to deliver. So feel free to just fill out the forms online, and then when you go in, you'll have to sign a couple of documents, but it shouldn't be a problem with that. And you can use that link. This birth center link is open 24 hours. There, it's the nurse's station in the labor and delivery floor, and there is somebody there, a live human being will answer the phone 24 hours a day, every day of the week. So if it's 2 in the morning and you think maybe your water has broken, or it's, you know, after hours and you have a question for your OB about whether something is normal or whether you've started labor, and you want to let them know that you've started labor and you're coming into the hospital, all of those things, you should definitely keep this number handy and give them a call so that they can either advise you to stay home or advise you to come in, and they can tell you the entrance to use at the given the time that you call. For breastfeeding support, most people are okay with not calling this ahead of time. You may want to if you have a situation which may change your breastfeeding experience or make it more challenging. Sometimes if you have twins or have had breast surgery, or you're planning a C-section, those may interfere or change your breastfeeding experience. And so if you want additional information or support, you can give them a call. We do have lactation consultants that will make their rounds and visit you every day that you're in the hospital after the baby's born. The financial advisors answer questions as to insurance. If you have Kaiser, we do accept Kaiser. We actually take all of the insurances out there. And the only difference is with Sutter and PAMF, if you have one of those providers, they do have privileges at Dignity hospitals, so you will see somebody from that team, whereas if you have Kaiser, they don't have privileges at the hospital, so you will be assigned whoever's on rotation from Dignity Health, and they're wonderful. So you're in good hands, and I hope you feel really confident about going there, even if you have Kaiser. The PEP classes, or it's a whole department, personal enrichment programs, and that's their phone number. We offer classes from yoga, prenatal yoga, postpartum support groups, infant care, breastfeeding. Give them a call, register. They're lovely people. We did start in these times of COVID. We started a soon-to-be new mother support group, which is a prenatal support group for moms that is done online so that you can feel safer. So feel free to join the group. It is free, and it's on Tuesday nights, and it's run by a wonderful lactation consultant and nurse midwife. She's just lovely. This is more information about the PEP classes. That's the website. You can register and look at the catalog and all of that there. Okay, nuts and bolts. This is what you're looking for. So what to bring. For mom, anything that you want to labor in is fine. You can labor with no clothes on, with your bathing suit, favorite jammies from, you know, when you were in high school. If it fits and it's comfortable, cool, go for it. We do have gowns, and you're welcome to use those gowns. The only thing I would caution against is if you have something that you are worried if it gets torn or if it gets soiled, because sometimes they get stained or torn or something like that. And if you're going to be bummed about that, then you may want to reconsider that, but you can wear whatever you want. Robes, slippers, flip-flops, If you want a nursing bra, you can bring that. And personal items, you're welcome to bring those. You're going to be much more comfortable if you bring your own toothbrush and toothpaste. We do provide those things if you don't have them, but the toothbrushes are kind of dinky and it's not your own personal stuff. And when you're in labor and you're in the hospital, it's nice to have comforts from home. So feel free to bring your personal items, and lip balm. Make sure that kit includes lip balm. A lot of labors, you get dry lips from labor. A going home outfit, not your skinny jeans from before you were pregnant, but something that you wore when you were between 5 and 7 months of pregnancy. That's what you want to bring. You're going to be much more comfortable in that. For partners, because we're going to ask that you stay as close to laboring mom as possible, comfortable clothing for a couple of days, because labors can last a little bit of time, and a bathing suit also, in case you get into the tub or the shower with her. That will help. The nurses probably won't care if they walk in and you're naked, but you will probably care if they walk in and you're naked. And moms generally don't care if they're naked and the nurse walks in. Your own toiletries, shaving supplies, and snacks. With snacks, remember that moms get more and more sensitive to smell as labor progresses. All of their senses get a little bit more heightened. So things that have a strong smell, just be aware that you'll also need something to make yourself minty fresh. And those things are things like coffee or what else? Garlic, onions, peanuts, things like that, that will leave a heavy scent. You'll want to just make sure that you're mindful of how you smell afterwards. We do have access to microwaves in the snack room, and a mini fridge in all of the rooms. So you'll have a place to store your snacks, but not and heat it up, but just something to keep in mind. And for baby, so you don't need to bring much. A car seat that is properly installed and you know how to use, make sure that you know how to install the baby correctly and that the car seat is installed correctly into the car. And then a going home outfit for baby as well. Oh, and with the car seat, we do have 2 technicians that will, when you are registered as a patient, once you're admitted, they will make their rounds to make sure that you know how to use the car seat, and they'll install it and inspect it if they need to before you leave. They'll put you on the rotation. So going home outfit, cute pictures, but basically everything else is covered by the hospital. So you'll have enough diapers. They give you receiving blankets and the little onesies and the hats and the swaddling blanket. All of that is covered, and that'll definitely get you home. Stuff that you might want that might make your stay a little bit more comfortable: small electronics like your phone, or if you have a special camera, anything like that, you're welcome to bring. A diffuser if you're interested. We do have, the nurses have a small assortment of essential oils that you can use. They usually have something like a lavender, a citrus, a mint, and I think they have a couple of other things. But if you have your own essential oils that you'd rather use, that's fine. You can bring those. What the nurses generally do for aromatherapy is they'll put it on a cotton ball, and then you can smell it as you like. The nice thing about that system is that it's not all out in the air, it's just on the cotton ball. And if you get sick of that smell, you can just toss it. But you're welcome to bring a diffuser if you'd like to diffuse it in your room. Heating pad. We don't have heating pads. You're welcome to bring your own. There's several kinds of heating pads. The kind that you plug in, you're welcome to bring that. And you're also welcome to bring the kind that you heat up in the microwave. There is, like I said, access to a microwave, so you can use that. Either one works fine. You can bring LED candles. We have a small assortment at the hospital that we can loan you. But if you want to bring your own, you're welcome to do that, or fairy lights. And if you use a hairdryer and need one, you can bring that with you as well. Remember, everything you bring in, you're going to have to bring back, take home. And there's going to be a lot less room in the car with the baby in it. Stuff to leave at home, anything that smokes or has flame to it. So yeah, incense, candles, vape. There's no vaping, there's no smoking anywhere in the hospital, and that includes the parking lots. And then if you need an electric fan, we can provide one for you, so not to worry. Okay, so we have 10 birthing rooms. All of them are private. They're all en suites. They all have a mini fridge. They all have a pull-out couch. The showers are large enough for 2 people in it. It does have usually a bench. You can either pull the bench out or fold it up if you want more space in it, but it does have a bench in it. And all of the shower heads are detachable. You can use that, and adjustable. So you can use that for hydrotherapy if you'd like. We have yoga balls, peanut balls in various sizes. We have squatting stools. We have pushing bars. We have mirrors, so you can watch the birth, and that's all available to you. Our monitors, we have wired monitors because those are longer lasting, but we do have wireless monitors that are waterproof also. So that's kind of cool because you can take that into the shower with you and give you a little bit of mobility if you're having to be continuously monitored. It's a really nice thing. If you test negative, then you have access to the spa room. And the spa room, I have pictures. It's got a big, large jetted tub, and it also has a shower head that is adjustable and detachable as well. We got that. Here's the room. So this is a pretty standard room for the hospital. It has a really useful bed. The bed is meant to be a tool. You can adjust it in all kinds of positions. It's got handles all over the place, so you can use it in various positions to keep you in a really good upright, forward-leaning position wherever you have, if you haven't had an epidural. So use it as a tool. It's there to be used as a tool, and the nurses can help you kind of learn how to adjust it so that you can use it optimally. We do have wireless monitors here. We have vomit bags and gloves. This is a TV that's attached to an iPad system. It's pretty cool. It goes from, we have hundreds of radio stations with pretty pictures, and some of the radio stations are like nature sounds and plinky plunky music, and then all the way to hard rock if you want it. So anything in between is also available on there in terms of radio stations. You also have access to first run movies, and those are free. We have local TV. There's a game of solitaire on there. And the other nice thing is that a doctor or your medical provider can assign videos for you to see if they want you to see something on perineal repair or, care, C-section incision maintenance afterwards or something like that. And those are just random things that I've just thought of. But any information that they want to pass on, it can be assigned to you, and then it'll go follow you from room to room. It's your own special account. I think you can also see the menu from that. The nurses can teach you how to use that too. And this is a IV stand and the baby bassinet. In this cupboard is a mini fridge. It's right here usually. And then there's shelving. If you see a peanut ball or a yoga ball and you don't want it in there, you can give it to the nurses. But those are generally empty so that you can put your stuff in it. And those are yours, basically. These guys under here, there's 2 that are locked, but these 4 underneath have extra supplies. So extra towels, extra gowns, extra sheets. And that might be helpful if you want to use more towels for everybody to get into the shower to do some relaxation in there. So also they can help get you bedding so that your partner can sleep if you need to sleep. So this is a fold-out couch and it turns into a bed. And it's a pretty spacious room. Oh, and this is really cool. These guys are lights. Some people have asked if they're cameras. No, they're not cameras. They're lights, and there's usually 2 in the room, and they're used with remote control so that if the lights are dim, the lights don't have to be turned on so that they don't interfere with mom's nice mood. So if the lights are dim, they don't have to turn the lights on, and they can still put in an IV or see the baby come out, and they can just control them with a remote control. It's pretty cool. So our hospital is the first hospital in the county to become baby certified, baby friendly certified, which is really, really awesome. Baby friendly hospital is a hospital that has gone through 10 steps that were established by the World Health Organization in order to provide the best outcomes for breastfeeding success. So we are we're proud to be the first ones, and we really encourage breastfeeding. And because of that, we honor the golden hour, which is bonding time for skin to skin and the ability to hold your baby and have the baby skin to skin as much as possible to get breastfeeding to a good start. And that includes not just mom, but partners too. So everyone is encouraged to do skin to skin with baby. It helps with bonding, it helps with breastfeeding, it helps with all kinds of stuff. They will do the golden hour, which means that they don't disturb you. Basically, once baby's settled and stable, that they put the baby on your chest and then let the baby do the baby thing. And they try to get the baby to nurse from both sides before they do any of the full-on exams and newborn procedures. They practice delayed cord clamping. We have 3 lactation consultants on staff. A lot of our nurses are lactation consultants, IBCLC certified. So it's really, if you don't have a lactation consultant right there and you have a question, you can always ask one of the nurses who have a lot of experience and really wonderful. And so ask one of the nurses. They're great. Lactation consultant will see you every day that you're in the mother baby unit. And the other thing is, we don't have a well baby nursery. All of our mamas will board in. They have the baby in the room, so your baby doesn't go somewhere else. Your baby stays with you. Unless they have to go to the NICU, your baby stays with you. This is the bathroom. So the bathroom is attached. It's a suite and it's private. Nobody else is using it while you're there. And that's the shower. So it's pretty big. And that's the bench. It can move around. This one in particular can move around. You can move it out. You can put in a birth ball. You can adjust the height of the shower head. And it's certainly big enough for 2 people to get in. So if you're not, This is a birth bar, and that gets attached to the bed, and it can be used to pull or push or hang from, and you can wrap a towel around it and pull from it so that you can get as much leverage as you can on to get the baby out. So it's a pretty useful tool. And then there's the toilet and the sink for hand washing there. Oh, here it is. This is the spa room. So this is with the red light, and this is with the normal room light. You can use the red light. It helps with keeping the dilation in the pupils happening. And it doesn't bother mom so much. Bright light tends to bother moms as labor continues because they're more sensitive to stuff. So you can do whatever you want. You can just turn off all the lights and keep the little candle lights going. They're LED candles, and the tub has jets. It is a large tub, so sometimes moms feel much more comfortable if somebody gets in with them, or if you could put the birthing stool in there to take up some space, so you don't kind of feel like you're out in the middle of the ocean. So there's that. This just opened up last year. It's probably my favorite thing ever. They opened up this garden to use. You can use it during labor or postpartum. You can breastfeed there. It's an outdoor space that is safe, that is completely secured, but you can get out fresh air, and be outside and look at plants and have a new perspective. So feel free to use this. And what they are asking is that if there's somebody else out there with you, to use your mask and stay 6 feet away because of the COVID. But yeah, go for it. It's awesome. We have the highest level NICU in Santa Cruz County. The Sutter has the lowest, and then Watsonville has the number 2. We have level 3 NICU. It is a joint venture with Stanford, and our doctors are Stanford doctors. And we have 3 on staff here at the hospital. We are in constant communication with them as we need it, and they get results in real time from our NICU. So if possible, the babies stay here in Santa Cruz, but they are still being consulted with at Stanford with information that is real time, which is really wonderful. If baby is in NICU for whatever reason and mom gets discharged, oftentimes, if it's at all possible, moms will stay. They'll keep mom on board as a boarding option for you to have access to your baby anytime within 24 hours. If you get discharged anyway because there's no room, or I don't know, COVID gets worse, or they change the policy, you still have access to your babies 24 hours a day. Both parents do. So 24 hours a day, there's no time limit, there's no visiting schedule. You can stay as long as you want and come and go as you please from the NICU. You'll be subjected to the questions up front, but you still have access to your baby if the baby's in the NICU. Okay, so this is the hallway for the NICU, and over here is where the NICU is, and these 2 doors are locked, and there's a little phone on the other side so that the nurses inside can talk to you if you need to come in through the NICU. I want you to kind of take a look at this, though, so that you can see it. This is what a typical hallway looks like, and this is kind of a schematic. Excuse my drawings. The picture was taken from here. So the double doors are here. The NICU is over here. The garden area is over here. And this whole side is the labor and delivery floor. And just on the other side is the mother-baby unit. So it's all enclosed and it's kind of separate from the rest of the hospital. There's no access for anywhere else, from anywhere else. So it's kind of all enclosed. It's really nice. And they're all double doors that lock, like a nurse has to let you in. The triage room, once you are admitted to the hospital, or if they're just checking to make sure that your water didn't break, or you've been sent in for an induction, they do a quick triage. It takes about half an hour, and that they take your vitals, you pee in a cup, they'll take your blood work, and if you're dehydrated, they'll start the IV. Or if you know you want your epidural, they'll start your IV. So that happens in here. Check your vitals, check the baby's monitor the baby. It takes about half an hour, and then you're assigned a room. And the rooms usually are up around here. There's 10 of them that are designated for labor and delivery. The OR is a dedicated OR, so you're not competing for that resource. Yeah, there's only you. It's reserved strictly for this floor. And the spa room is right here, and I really think that's underutilized, so I hope everybody takes advantage of that. There's a snack room. The snack room has been the access to it has been changing, so I will let the nurses on the floor on the day that you were there to answer the questions, but generally it has access to ice chips and coffee and juice and tea and little snacks geared for moms. And so they have fruit cups and yogurts and sodas and things like that to give you a little bit of energy and pep, and but not be too heavy. So there's no real good snacks for partners. Partners tend to have to either trek up to the cafeteria, which is open from 7 to 7, and they close about half an hour to switch over from breakfast to lunch, and then again in the afternoon to switch over from lunch to dinner. But basically they're open 7 to 7, and at night you might get hungry, so make sure you remember to bring your snacks. You can bring in any kind of food you want, so Eric's is fine, but we're not accepting deliveries of food, so that's the other thing you should know. The snack room also has a microwave, so if you need to heat up your food, you can ask a nurse how to access that. So I don't know if they're letting people in there or if they're the ones who are going back and forth between patients, and that's been changing. On this side is where the mother baby unit is, so they're pretty close. We have 14 mother baby rooms. They are private. They're all private. They have a full-sized bed and mini fridge, pull-out couch, glider, table chairs. Most of the time, the stay is 2 days after the baby's born, 2 nights. We do have a celebratory meal, and that includes champagne if you're over 21 and would like it. It's fun. They also have access to a private shower room, and I'll go over that in just a sec. That's the room. So moms will get 3 meals a day from the cafeteria. And partners will have to go up to get their food. Partners are given a little sticker as long as mom tests negative, that allows you to go to the cafeteria. You can, so the cafeteria now has a chef, and they have actual food, like a grill with burgers and fries and stuff, and pretty good food. And so, but not everything's on the menu. So if mom wants a burger and fries, partners can go up and get the burger and fries and bring it down to her. But on the menu for patients, it's a different menu. So if there's something from the cafeteria, like I said, you're welcome to bring it down to her. Okay, so we are probably the only facility in the mother baby unit, postpartum unit, that has a full-size bed in probably all of California. So that's cool. You can spread out. Partners can sleep there if you would like. If you don't, there is a pull-out chair over here that turns into a little twin bed so that partners can rest there too. If there's a fridge and the glider and then a table and chairs. Most rooms have 2 entrances and a toilet in between the 2 entrances. So just so you know, it is a private room though. So just so you know that it was remodeled in 2008. It's pretty cool. They're larger now. Okay, so this is the stuff you get. They give you the little swaddling blanket. There's receiving blankets here. They have the onesies and the little hat. This little pack will have diapers in it and some wipes. Definitely you will be able to get home in all of this stuff. So you don't have to bring a bunch of stuff for the baby. You don't have to bring a bunch of diapers or wipes or anything like that. We got you covered while you're there and enough to get you home. Oh, you know what I forgot to tell you? While you are in the mother baby unit, they are going to bring a registrar to the room to help you with your Social Security application for the baby, as well as your birth certificate for the baby. They highly encourage you to have a name picked out for the baby, at least by the time you go home, so that they can put in all the paperwork. If you are unable to provide a name for the baby at the time, then you'll have to take the baby down to the county to get them registered, as well as you should know that the baby will then have 2 birth certificates, one with baby boy or baby girl and then your last name, and the other with the name that you've given them when you go down to the county to register them. So just be aware that that is what the situation is. The other thing is baby will get 2 bracelets, and one on the wrist and one on the ankle. And mom will get a matching bracelet, and partner will get a matching bracelet. So if mom gets discharged but baby does not, make sure everybody keeps their bracelet on until everybody in the family is discharged, so that that's how we keep families together. So you should know that. All right. Shower room. So this is the shower room. This is kind of like the dressing area. This wall here is this wall here. So if you move the camera over, you get this room. This is where the wet stuff is. There's a shower head. It is adjustable for your convenience, and it is private, so you can lock the door. Partners can go in with you. You can bring the baby bassinet. Partners can stay in the room with the baby if you'd prefer. That's fine too. So in theory, partners aren't supposed to use this bathroom. However, the nurses aren't going to kick you out if you happen to be in there with mom taking a shower. So just heads up. The nurses are really great though. They're not going to kick you out. And all of these rooms get cleaned in between patients. And that's it. That is my contact information. Feel free to send me a text. I live up in the mountains, so I don't always have cell reception if you call me, but you're welcome to text me or send me an email, and I'm happy to respond and answer questions. And happy birthing to you.